Okay, okay. So next one is question number 6. The rice and potatoes are substitutes. If the price of rice raises and there is a bumper crop of potatoes in the market for potatoes, one would expect it. Yeah. So this one is a little bit more complicated compared to the previous one. So this one you have to break down the conditions. Okay. So for this question, we have several conditions. First one, the rice and potatoes are substitutes. So for substitutes, this is in it's called type of goods. Okay, so we have actually two types of goods. One is called substitutes. Okay, and the other one is called complements. So what is a substitute? Substitutes means if you just like Coke versus Pepsi. Okay, so if you don't like one, you can just change to the other one. Those two are kind of competitors to each other. They're identical and they're the same. We just assume that they're the same. So this is kind of the Coke versus Pepsi. Okay, and what are complements? So if you go to the cinema to watch movies, you will watch movies. But at the same time, you probably most of the people will buy popcorn at the same time, right? So movie tickets and popcorn can consider as complements. So if you buy one thing, you will buy the other thing as well. This is called complements. And so how we use this condition is one, the price of rice goes up. So price of rice goes up. Then what we can see based on the law of demand, when the price of rice goes up, then the demand of rice, the quantity demanded for rice goes down. And because rice and potatoes are substitutes, so people change from rice to, so people change from rice to potatoes. Okay, so what's that mean? That means the quantity of potatoes demanded goes up. So we transfer that into the graph. We still have the Q here, the P here, but this is for the market of potatoes. So you have to write as potatoes here. Okay, so this is quantity of potatoes. This is price of potatoes. Okay, we still have the demand. We have the supply. This is equilibrium, right? So what this condition tell you? The quantity demanded goes up. So the demand curve shift to the right. This is new demand curve. Okay, so this is condition 1. But for this particular question, we have two conditions. The other condition is there is a bumper crop of potatoes. So the second condition, change it another color to show you. Second condition is you have a lot of bumper crop of potatoes. So what does this tell you? The crop is about the supply. Okay, so supply of potatoes goes up, right? Okay, so and this is supply curve. If it goes up, that means it's rightward shift like this. Okay, so this is a new supply curve, and that's new. And so this is your old equilibrium. This is your new equilibrium. Okay, for comparing these two equilibrium, okay, this one and this one, the two equilibrium, you can tell the quantity. So compare E, I write old, this is a new E old, equilibrium old with equilibrium new. You can see the quantity, this one compared to this one goes up, right? So this is Q old, this is Q new. So the quantity goes up. But what about the price? For this graph I'm drawing, it's kind of the same. So it could be the same. So if I move this down a little bit, it could be here, it could be here. So the price could be the same, could be higher or lower. There's no certain answer for this. Okay, but we can sure is the quantity will be bigger. Okay, so we go back to the questions. The equilibrium price could be raise, fall, or stay the same, but the quantity will goes up. Okay, so that's why A is the answer.